Quick video on male depression and how males deal with it. The best way I can describe male depression is a scenario. Uh, Kids are sick, hungry, or they're well, and they just need something or want something. Um, wife or spouse, partner, girlfriend, whatever, is talking to you about what's going on and how she feels, and that she may feel that she's not in a good place. Male, yourself, um, you see all this that's going around, and you yourself don't feel well, or you feel that you could be in a better place yourself. But one of the biggest deals with male depression is the way we're socialized as men, that you know, the only person that can help is yourself. There is no one else. There is no support structure of some sort. Even if your family's well-to-do or well-off, or somebody can possibly help you, you don't take that help, because a man is supposed to do this for himself. Um, and I have a problem with that, and I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have with that is that a lot of men break under that pressure, and they don't know how to deal with it, or they don't know how to ask for help. And then when they do ask for help, so it's kind of like twofold. When they do ask for help, other men will come at them with the way we've been socialized as men, to say that, you're not supposed to ask for help, do this by yourself, you're not strong, so on and so forth. And then the problem I don't have with that is that I've been through that situation, and I've pulled myself up. I did get help where I needed, or where possible, I should say. But my problem wasn't solved by anyone else but myself. With the one or two things that I did, ways that I planned, where I asked for help, who I asked for help, and then, of course, returning that help or repaying that help, that debt. So it's kind of like a back and forth, somewhat of a battle or something like that, you could say. But that's my take on male depression for the most part, is that, and I think that's the kind of the thing that's not really talked about so much, or that people won't understand, um, and of course, that all depends on your culture. Myself, I'm come from a Jamaican background, so you will hear things like my father will say, "Hey, you, you know, she," like talking about my mother. They're divorced, but they're still, those guys are crazy. But he'll be like, my sister was saying this earlier, or my brother was saying this earlier. But she is who she is. That's how she is, and that's all there is to it. You just accept it and we keep it moving, because that's somewhat of a typical male answer. Like, all right, she is who she is. Keep it moving. Because there is no, and this is from my father, who married the woman, my mother, and had children with her, myself included. And sorry for the background noise, I'm outside. But I'm obviously outside. Trees. Uh, but it's one of those things. It's a testament to, like, the way I've been socialized to see things, and the way that that's been supported in society. It is what it is. Keep it moving. So when I do see people kind of perpetrate or do the usual talking points or behaviors of victim mentality and things like that, or I need help mentality, weak mentality, whatever name you want to really give it, that is really not masculine in today's standards and most cultures. I really just look at it like, okay, so what are you going to do? How are you going to get out of it? How are you going to make this better? What are ways that you are trying to improve yourself? And people will be like, well, there's this, there's that, there's so many things against us, so on and so forth. Okay, that's great. So, Oh, you haven't solved your problem yet. Okay. So it's like, I think people do have to understand that in terms of just the way men look at things and how depression in males is very common. It happens to every male at some point, but it's misunderstood, it's improperly diagnosed or medicated, or it's recognized but just not given a fuck about. Um, and sadly, rightfully so, because I've been in that situation myself where people was in their own shit and couldn't fucking do anything about it. So why the fuck would they do shit about my own problems? And I also didn't want help because of the way I've been taught, where it's like, hey, listen, man, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, or pull yourself up by your fly knits, whatever you're wearing for shoes, and get yourself a pair of foam posits or something. But you gotta have money to do that. So, that's kind of like my little take on that. I was just thinking about this subject or this video, or a title, and male depression is one of those things where it happens, and males are just taught, so what? Deal with it. So we do. Sometimes not so good, though. Thankfully, I was okay, or I came out okay with that, because I did have a support structure, family there, and everything like that. But at the same time, their involvement was limited, and they had their own problems. So I had to deal with it myself, the best way I knew how. Thank you.